Hey guys, it's Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Woodcraft Outdoors. I'm out here in the beautiful Mackinac River Valley, and I thought I'd go ahead and do a video for you on a topic that you've been asking me about for years. What's the #1 survival skill that you should learn? Hang tight, be right back. All right guys, welcome back. I can't tell you how many times I've been asked that question, and I've always been reluctant to write about it or to get on the camera and tell you what my personal opinion was, because there are so many men and women out there whose skill is well beyond mine and experience is well beyond mine. I recognize that I've learned that we are all so different in what our opinions are in regards to, what we think is the most important thing. So what I did, I've had the opportunity over the years through the magazine to be able to make contact, make friends with, and if nothing else, professional associates with some of the most recognized experts in the entire world. And I picked out 5 of them that I feel have got some real corn in the crib, and they're not fake, they're not phony, they're not stage people, but they're folks that actually do this for a living, and I wouldn't mind having them on my team if I was ever in a survival situation, was going to be dropped anywhere in the world. I could count on these guys. So I'm going to do this probably like in a 3-part series, and I'm going to cover 2 at a time. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is Les Stroud. This is Les you're seeing right up here. Les, of course, is well known for the Survivor Man series, I'll give you the reasons why I chose these guys. But Les is the real deal. He's not fake, he's not phony. He doesn't stage whatever you have seen on Survivor Man. He's got a mad skill set. He's probably one of the top primitive skills guys in the entire world. He's learned from some of the best, including Morris Kahinsky. I could go on down the line with him. He's just had great contact with people. But I interviewed him 2 times, both times I asked him the question, and these interviews were probably 18 to 24 months apart. And as much as he does interviews and talks to people, I'm sure that he didn't remember what he told me the first time. So I asked him, Les, what do you think the #1 survival skill somebody should learn? And like that, he said, fire. And he put it to me this way. He says, if you are truly going to have a successful skill set in fire making, you need to know how to make a fire in any geographical area of the world, under any weather condition, under duress, whatever. You got to be able to know how to make fire. And that was pretty much it. And then 24 months later or so, I asked him the same question and he fired it off again, fire. So according to Mr. Les Stroud, fire is the #1 skill set that you should learn. And you're going to hear me use that term skill set, and you have to ask yourself, what is your skill set? A set is more than one, right? It's more than one way to be able to do something. And most experts will tell you that you should have 5 redundancies in all your skill sets. So when we're talking about fire, the first place that we reach is the Bic lighter, because it's most convenient, it's most reliable, most readily available, and they're easy to pack around. So, whether it's the Bic lighter, the ferrocerium rod, solar, friction, flint and steel, whatever your skill set is, you should have at least 5 of them in there to be able to do what Les is talking about, being able to make a fire anywhere and any time in the world. And the reason we say 5 is because you might be in a situation where the bow drill just isn't going to be conducive to you. And 90% of the time, that's the way it's going to be. Bow drill looks easy when a guy does it on YouTube or on some reality series. But when it comes down to the get down, it took them guys thousands and thousands of times to become experts. So as far as Les is concerned, it's fire. It's a great point. So that moves me on to the next guy, and his name is Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson is one of those guys that you may not really have heard, as much about him, but he is the director. He's the founder of Midwest Woodcrafters right here in Illinois, and what he has done has started a school. He is well known around the Midwest for what he does. He's got some mad primitive skills, and he also has a shop. But when I asked him, and the reason I chose him because he's not so much the celebrity guy that the rest of the people are that I'm going to talk about, but he's a nuts and bolts, down to the bone type of guy. And I really took a liking to him because of his humility and his appreciation for the craft and the opportunity to be able to practice what he loves. So I asked Kevin, what do you think the #1 skill set is? And he also said fire. Now, my initial goal was to get 5 guys that had 5 different opinions. But when he said fire, he immediately went on a diatribe with me, telling me, fire is good to keep warm. It's good for boiling water. It's good for cooking. It's good for making tools. It's good for morale. He went on down the line and talked for 5 minutes about how beneficial fire is. So that's why I included him, even though Les Stroud already said fire, but Les didn't go into all that. And there could be a variety of reasons for that. But, when I was talking to Kevin, everything that he said was absolutely true. Fire is very, very important. And if you have never been to a class on primitive fire making skills that covers the whys and the hows, you should do that. And, look up Kevin's website. It's Midwest Bushcrafters, or no, Midwest Woodcraft. I'm sorry. Kevin's going to shoot me for that. Midwest Woodcraft. And he has got a great school, and he's very, very respected. And I mean, he's one of the best instructors when it comes to primitive fires, especially the bow drill. Check out his YouTube videos. That's Midwest Woodcraft is what it is, because he's used tons of different materials, tons of different ways, shows it out there. He doesn't hide any secrets from you. But if you get a chance to attend any of his classes or enroll into his school, please do that. So that's going to be it for now. It's Mr. Les Stroud's opinion, and these are opinions, and of course Kevin Johnson, both of them said fire. So thank you, gentlemen, for allowing me to interview you and letting me be a part of your life and you part of my life. So guys, until next time, you ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe out there.